The most dangerous daycare. Imagine you've just brought a new life into the world. In a modern hospital, you're surrounded by beeping monitors, sterilized surfaces, and a team of doctors. But now, take a breath. The smell of antiseptic is gone, replaced by the scent of dry grass and wood smoke. You are standing in the middle of the African savanna 50,000 years ago. In your arms is a human infant, the most vulnerable creature on the planet. Unlike a baby gazelle, which can stand and run within minutes of birth, your baby won't even be able to hold its own head up for months. It is a loud, fragile predator magnet in a world where everything has teeth. So how did we do it? How did you keep a baby safe when your house was a cave, your baby monitor was a flickering campfire, and your neighbor was a saber-toothed cat? Today, we're diving into the ingenious, high-stakes, and sometimes weird world of prehistoric parenting. The fourth trimester problem. To understand why ancient parenting was so hard, we have to look at our own evolution. As humans started walking upright and growing massive brains, our bodies made a trade-off. To fit through a narrow pelvis, human babies have to be born early in terms of development compared to other mammals. This means for the first year of life, a human baby is essentially a fetus on the outside. It has no defenses. It can't cling to your fur like a chimpanzee because, as we saw in the history of wearing clothes, we don't have fur anymore. You are an ancient parent and you have a major problem. You need to gather food, hunt, and travel across the world, but you also have to keep this fragile being attached to you 24/7. You can't just put the baby down in a prehistoric crib. That's just a dinner plate for a hyena. The invention of the sling. This is where human ingenuity kicks in. Before we invented the wheel or the plow, we likely invented the baby carrier. You use the same ropes we see you holding in the savannah to lash together soft animal hides. Using the neat stitches technology that allowed us to survive the Ice Age, you sew together a sling that keeps the baby pressed against your chest or back. This wasn't just about convenience. It was a survival necessity. A baby in a sling stays warm from your body heat. Its heart rate stabilizes to match yours, and most importantly, it stays quiet. This wearable technology allowed ancient humans to travel the world without leaving the next generation behind. Parenting, and the hub. But you aren't doing this alone. The real reason humans survived isn't just because of our tools, it's because of our tribes. Just as we've seen in the history of prehistoric nightlife, the campfire was the hub of the community. In a prehistoric tribe, parenting was a team sport. This is called alloparenting. While you're out gathering tubers, your grandmother, your brother, or even a non-related tribe member is holding the baby. This creates the IKEA effect for the whole tribe. The community values the child more because they all invest effort into its survival. When a predator approaches, they don't just see one vulnerable infant. They see a circle of humans armed with fire and spears. The tribe was the world's first and most effective safety gate. Prehistoric, soothing, and hygiene. Here's a weird detail you won't find in modern parenting books. How did you keep a baby clean without diapers or wet wipes? Ancient humans used nature's absorbents. Depending on where you lived, you might line a baby's leather wrap with soft moss, shredded cedar bark, or even wood ash to absorb moisture. When it got too dirty, you simply swapped it out for fresh material from the forest floor. And for soothing, we know ancient humans were masters of the prehistoric medicine cabinet, using plants to treat sickness. Mothers likely used specific herbs, like chamomile or willow bark, to soothe a teething infant. And just as we saw with the first vulture bone flutes, music was used to lull babies to sleep, creating a rhythmic white noise that masked the terrifying sounds of the night forest. Sleep and survival. Nighttime was the most dangerous time for a baby. In our look at the night before electricity, we discussed how the dark was a second, more dangerous world. To keep babies safe while the tribe practiced segmented sleep, the infant was never left alone. You slept in a cuddle puddle near the fire. The light and smoke from the campfire didn't just provide warmth. They acted as a chemical repellent for insects and a visual deterrent for large cats. If the baby cried in the middle of the night, During that second sleep interval, the entire tribe was there to respond. A crying baby wasn't just a nuisance. It was a security breach that had to be handled instantly to keep the smell of death and noise from drawing predators. The legacy of care. Every time you see a modern stroller, a baby monitor, or a soft cotton onesie, you are looking at the evolution of a survival strategy that is millions of years old. We didn't just stumble into the future. We were carried here, wrapped in leather, stitched with care, and guarded by the firelight. You are the descendant of the most successful protectors in history. Our ancestors turned the most dangerous daycare into the foundation of human society. So the next time you hold a baby, remember, you aren't just holding a child. You're holding the reason we are history.